Hey YouTube, how you doing? Kevin here. I wanted to just go over a couple of things. Most of the time I show you guys, what do you call it there, motorcycles and dirt bikes and mopeds and all kinds of fun stuff. And that's what my my channel is dirt bikes, mopeds, and fun stuff. And some of my fun stuff that I have, my little collection of Nintendo. This is Rob the Robot right here. He's holding up my Mario Lost levels. We're going to take that out so you can see him. I've got some extra parts, so they're kind of up here because he doesn't come with four, what do you call it there, gyros. He normally just comes with the two and the spinner. And so this is my Rob the Robot. And of course I got my poster there. And I got my NES Advantage. You've got to have one of those. And then this Rob right here is set up with the, what do you call it there, the game Stack Up on it, which I have the incorrect hands on. I do have the hands. They're in one of my totes. I gotta pull them out, so I put those hands on there. Right now, he's in display mode. You see, I got all the little pedestals with all the little blocks on them. That's a very expensive game. And then I got my, what do you call it there? My GameCube, and this GameCube has a pretty cool adapter on the bottom of it. You can actually see if I can get in there. I'll try zooming in on this. Can't really see it all too well. Once I can use my flashlight, that might help you. Oh yeah, there we go. Let's move that cord right out of the way here. There we go. That port right there at the bottom, that's for playing Game Boy games. Yes, you can play Game Boy games on the GameCube, which is pretty cool with that adapter. It bolts onto the bottom, and then you might see these two. Let's shrink this back down to regular size. These two right here are for wireless remotes. Now, the reason why I use wireless is because they're on top of the TV as opposed to down below. And I use picture tube TVs. I actually have two of them. This is the biggest one. This is like a 35-inch. Because you can't use the Nintendo Zapper gun on an LCD TV or a plasma. It has to be the picture tube TVs. Rob the Robot won't work. In fact, this Rob has the glasses, I call them glasses, like a little shield. This right here protects it from sunlight, because sunlight will affect these things. So if you have that, you definitely need that. I got my Wii under there. Super Nintendo up top. And down bottom here, I'll take you down here. I even got the Super Scope 6, the original Nintendo. I have games. It's just adjusting here. Nope, I gotta get my flashlight. Hold on 1 second. I'll get my flashlight and see if that right there might help you. Sorry for the shakiness of the video. Okay, here we go. Now you can see pretty much that there is games and back of games. There is over 200 games here, and counting. No extras. There's no extras in here. All my extras are in other totes. I got some pretty cool games. But part of making this video is I wanted to talk to you guys about this crap that's going around. Right now they have this little tiny micro unit. It's we call it there, called the Nintendo Classic. I'm sure you guys heard of it. It was all the craze during Christmas. Let me see if I can get this. There we go. It was all the craze during Christmas, and it's pre-programmed with 30 games. And these people are asking stupid money for this thing. 30. It came with 30 games, 30 pre-programmed games. You can't put any more games into it. You're stuck with the 30 games, whether you like it or not. And as you can see, Nintendo makes a whole lot more than 30 games. Okay? And they're asking a $250 for this thing. Now, if you bought it in the stores, if you were fortunate enough to get one, they were $60 brand new. People bought them up and tripled the money and trying to get ridiculous amounts of money for them, and they're not worth it. I'm going to tell you something. These right here, these Nintendos, they used to have the blinking red light. When you turn them on, they blink. They make a connector on the back that you could fix. It's like $7. So we're going to do a little math trivia for you. Okay, that Nintendo that's right there is the original Nintendo. You can open up the door and put a game in it. Okay, it comes with 2 controllers when it was brand new and a zapper gun. The new Nintendo there, that classic, does not come with a zapper gun. It comes with 1 controller and you have to buy a second one. Okay, and it comes pre-programmed with 30 games. Now, you can buy this unit that's in front of you online anywhere between 50 to 80 bucks. Okay, so you buy this thing, we're just gonna say 80 bucks. Okay, you bought this game for 80 bucks. Now I have a game that I bought, and I'm gonna show it to you, and this is gonna blow your mind. So you buy a Nintendo online for 80 bucks, or you might even have one in your attic or basement. If you have one in your attic or basement that is not working, you can go on to eBay and buy the 72 pin connector and fix it yourself. It comes with all the tools necessary and the instruction manual, and fix your original Nintendo for like 10 bucks. Okay, so that's the first thing. Now what I'm about to show you is that red disc right there. Okay, this red cartridge. I said disc, I messed up. Okay, before I reveal this cartridge to you, this cartridge is only between 15 and 20 bucks, depending upon which one you get. I'm gonna turn it over in a minute, and it's gonna blow your mind. So if you already have one of these, you can fix it for like 10 bucks. Okay, yourself. And if you have any questions, you can comment on this video and I will talk you through it, just to save you the green. Now, this video right here, this game is going to absolutely blow your mind. Say you have no games for your original. You have an original Nintendo, but you don't have no games. You go online trying to find the games you like, and they all add up to like buku bucks. We'll say 400 bucks. Okay, for all the games that you want. Well, let me tell you something. Okay, there's like about 700 games, for the original Nintendo, and a majority of them you're never gonna play. I got games in here I'm not gonna play golf. Okay, but I have it in my collection because I collect them. So anyway, I'm gonna reveal this game to you. This game right here is, you ready for this? Yep, here we go. Here it is. 401 games. There are 400 games programmed on this cartridge right there. And all the games that you like, Mario, Super Mario, Duck Hunt's on there, RC Pro-Am, all those great games. Contra, Super Contra, what do you call it there? Merlin's Castle, Street Cop, games that are big money, like the arcade, what do you call it there? It's the arcade, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. That's on there. Zelda, Link, they're on this cartridge. They're on it. It's just a stupid amount of games. And, I mean, Gyromite is on there for the Rob the Robot. I mean, come on. They're all on here. All the top names are on this cartridge. This is the one to get. Games that are not on here are games that, aren't really found here. Like, for instance, the, what do you call it there? Mario's Lost Levels. Now, I have that for the original Nintendo, and it is awesome to play on the original. Just had to say that. It's like the original Mario 2. And that's on here too. Super Mario 2 is on here. Super Mario 3 is on here. All the Marios are on here, except for Mario Lost Levels. and that's because it wasn't really released here. But yeah, that's it right there. A lot of cool games. Street Fighter's on here. Oh, just a whole bunch of them. So keep that in mind when you go to look at these Nintendos, because there are so many games on there. Ninja Gaiden's on there. All the fighting games, the RC programs, just all on there, and you're gonna love it. So let's see. Some of the games I know. Top Gun is on there. Let's see. Some of the titles. Yeah, you can see Mike Tyson's Punch Out's on there. Metroid's on there. Mystery Quest. These are all on there. Hogan's Alley, Heavy Barrel, Gremlins, Goonies 2. They're all on there. There's a whole bunch of games. I mean, there's 400 of them. You know what I mean? I have the Three Stooges. It's a fun game. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. There's like 3 of them on that. 3 different ones. RC program right there. Metroid. Rampage. I mean, it's just a ton of them. RoboCop. So anyway, you can get all those games on that one cartridge and save yourself some crazy money. And here's the kicker, ready? That right there is only going to go up in value. Only going to go up in value. And you're going to share with your kids the fun that you had when you were a kid. I mean, who does not love the original Nintendo? So, yeah, that's pretty much it. And I got, what do you call it there? My Super Scope 6 for my Super Nintendo. Get all kinds of fun things. I got, let's see here. I got games in bags. These are some of the games. I just dug all the stuff out of my, what do you call it there? Storage thing that I had. Final Fantasies, Ninja Gaiden Trilogy, Street Fighter 2. Just all kinds of games. Star Fox. It's the Zelda. I got all the Zeldas. Hey, this one. Double Dragon 2. Ninja Gaiden 2. I got all those games. I got some random ones. I got the Nintendo Power Pad. That's the box that my thing came in. Nintendo Entertainment System. And the NES Advantage. And this is my gun collection. Hold on, let me get my light here. Okay. There we go. I got my Zapper guns. More Super Nintendo games, stack of them. Mario letters. There's a whole stack of Nintendos right there, and another NES Advantage up top there. So I got 1, 2, 3 in here. 3 original Nintendos there. I got 1 original Nintendo there, with another drawer full of, see the NES Advantage in there a second, hold on. Yeah, there's the NES Max, sorry. There should be a couple of them in there. And then I got my, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4 original Nintendos over there, and 5. So I got 5 of them in my room, 2 TVs. My kids and I were going to be doing competitions in here. So it's pretty cool. I got a 25-inch TV here, and I got a 35 over there. It's either a 35 or a 32. I know it's a big bastard. It's supposedly the biggest, what do you call it there? Picture tube TV that they made. I got all kinds of stuff in here. I got stuff in the back there. Rob the Robot, parts and pieces, extra hands, extra controllers, booklets, cables. Got, let's see. This is a cool thing to have, especially if you're in my situation with my room. An extension cord for the original controllers. More controllers in there. It's kind of hard to see in here because of the light. But definitely get different controllers. All kinds of stuff, you know. So yeah, that's my collection right there. Very proud of it. I'll keep adding to it. Got the original posters. I play them, you know what I mean? It's a system that's played. I use it all the time. I enjoy it. All my games are documented, so I know what I have, what I need. And I collect the games, even if it's stupid games, you know what I mean? I've got a box of extra games that I use for trading in. So what I do is I sell them, trade them, and get the ones I need. And I'm always bartering and stuff like that. So yeah, I come across a lot of cool games. I got, show you something really cool. One of my things I love. That's the original booklet. See if I can. That's the original booklet right there that come with the Nintendo. When it was brand new. That's how to set it up. This is the second edition. Basically the what do you call it? Nintendo Power Magazine, the second edition. And this one right here was dated. It's revised and updated. And this was the date on this thing. Yeah, it was revised and updated. Let's see if I can. Well, my camera won't focus here, but it was revised on June 28, 2011, when the Bruins won the Stanley Cup. I got my tricks, guys, but here's the one I like. This is the first edition, which is so funny. I got the posters and everything in there. This one right here, I don't know if you can see it or not, was issued, just says premiere issue 1988. Is that cool? 1988. Is this the first issue? Nintendo Power. You can even see how we used to dress. It's crazy. Competitions they had, grand prize. A lot of fun, a lot of cool stuff, maps and tricks. I must have read the hell out of this magazine like 1,000 gazillion times. It's pretty cool, huh? So yeah, Power Pros. They had the Power Hotline. Remember the hotline when you ever seen the movie The Wizard? There's the Power Hotline that they called to get their tips and tricks to navigate you through the thing. That's awesome. Just some cool history here. Look at that, huh? The graphics were way better in the pictures than they were in the games, but I'll tell you, nothing could be. You could subscribe back then to Nintendo Power. It's awesome. So yeah, this is my little collection. Very happy with it. Always expanding it, and I figured I'd share it with you guys. So if you guys have any questions or comments, yeah, by all means, please subscribe, and yeah, I'm looking forward to answering any questions. So don't buy that little piece of crap, not 30 game unit, when you can buy an original with the 401 disc or cartridge. So seriously, please subscribe. Don't buy that piece of junk. Get yourself an original. Be original. And not only that, is when you have that little dinky little thing that's so fragile and it's got the 30 games in it, it's really not a conversation piece. Like, for instance, you have an original Nintendo in your living room set up, and your friends come over and they want to play, and they sit down at the couch, and you have a cord that can reach the couch. The one that comes with that little unit is only 3 feet. It's not long at all. Why have that when you can have a 5-foot cord and you can get all the way over to your couch with it? You know what I'm saying? I think actually it might be 6 feet. I don't know. It's a pretty long cord. But and then if you need to, you can get the extension cords. Okay, to go way the hell back. But I always tell everybody, the longer the cord, the more delay you're gonna get. So just remember that you have to act a little quicker. So you gotta know your games. But yeah, I mean, go back up to Rob. So yeah, so don't buy that piece of crap game. Buy something that's going to be a conversation piece, like Rob the Robot. You can't use Rob on the that little unit. You can't use the space. You get an NES Advantage. It doesn't look like that. It's way smaller. It's a dinky little thing. It's like a baby could use it. You know, it's junk. Don't buy it. Not for $200. If you can get one for $60, then I would say, hey, you know what? That's not a bad deal. Grab it. But Anybody asking you for more than $60 for that unit is ripping you off, and they're a crook. So you can buy a Super Nintendo and have cool games like the Super Scope 6. You know, they got all the graphics are better on the Super Nintendo. You know, the original one's the best, and that little unit is basically saying, you know, these are 30 of the best games. You can research and find out what games they are, write them all down, and I'll guarantee you they're on that disc. Every game's on that disc. It's crazy what's on that disc. You will find it on that cartridge, on that little orange 401. Pretty much all my games are on that. I've gone through it several times. I highly recommend getting that unit, getting that cartridge, and saying forget about all these games, because you know what, they're all on there. But for collectors like me, I like all the artwork. I like to look at them, I like to hold them and check them out and see what, you know, hey, this is pretty cool. I remember that I got some games that are 3D with this. I know I said I was gonna get off this thing, and I keep finding different things to show you guys. I got let's see if I get, sorry about the lighting in here, it's wicked bad. I got 3D glasses. Got a few pairs of them. Some of my racing games are 3D. I got Nintendo books, cartridges, special controllers. Got a couple pairs of glasses. The white one, the white pair actually came out of a cereal box for a decoder back in the day, and it worked on my Nintendo, so I kept it. No, I had an extra pair. But yep, you can see the on the Rob the Robot. These are the thing right here that goes on his eyes, right there. That goes on his eyes right there. That's what I was showing you on what it looks like. I have one for each one of them, but it looks like, where is he? Right there. That's what it looks like with that piece I just showed you on. This is what he looks like without it. So I left one Rob without it and one with it. I have them set up both ways. So it's got the gyro mics, the spinner. And whenever you if you ever buy a Rob, one thing you're gonna want to do is definitely, when you go check them out, pop your doors, make sure that the batteries are not corroded and left in there. I had one robot, or I have a few robots, but the one I have, they bought the thing in 1985, used it, and well, they were realistic batteries, and they literally ate right through the thing. I mean, it was horrific. So it was unrepairable. Yeah, I get different tools. I got controllers. I got some pretty funky ones. These are like speed, the original speed controllers. You can change your how fast you're gonna jump and kick and all that. Got different ones. I got the dog bone style one. It looks kind of like the Super Nintendo. So I'm getting up and down here. Looks like this. I'll just unravel it. Looks like hold on one second. Here we go. I'll see if I can get this up for you. That's the dog bone style for the original Nintendo. This came off the second style Nintendo. Here we go. Put it like that way. This came off the second style Nintendo, the top loader one, that didn't have the what you call audio video on the side of it. It was the old conventional style. But this is basically more comfortable, and it works on the top loader one, the front loader ones. But that's a really nice controller. These push button here though, they flake off real easily. But yeah, that's it. So anyway, so thank you for viewing this. That's my Rob the Robot. That's my other Rob the Robot with stack up. I got to put the hands on it because I got the claw hands on there. So I got to dig them out. It's supposed to, you know, they're flat. What they look like is they're flat hands right here with felt in them. So the ones I have are red from the Famicom because I got this unit in pieces. These are all original Nintendo. stuff, and then the red hands are for the Famicom. So to complete this set, I'll have to find these hands in gray, but they're very hard to get. The ones I have are from the Famicom one. They fit right on. The hands just pop off, just like that, and they're red, so they pop on right there. But I really don't care as long as it works. So that's all that matters. And if you guys ever have a chance to play this game right here, it's called Mario's Lost Levels, and it's for the original Nintendo. It's a lot of fun, and if you have a Wii, you can actually play it on the Wii on a game. Hold on one second. I'm gonna pause it for a minute. Okay, you can play it on the Wii 25th Anniversary Super Mario All-Stars. What this is a pretty cool thing. This has, let's see if I can get this into the light here a little better. This has Super Mario Brothers Lost Levels in the top right hand corner. It has Super Mario Brothers, which is basically 1 and 2. Hold on a second. And it has Super Mario 2 and Super Mario Brothers 3. So this thing's a lot of fun, and it even comes with the music disc for the original Nintendo. You hear all the different levels are on that disc, so it's a pretty cool thing to have. Good collector's edition thing. So like my video, and please subscribe. Thank you for watching.